Hi, my name's Jamie Gray, and this is my final story project. Throughout my life, I was given many opportunities. I grew up in a small town called Fort St. John, and I felt as if I was stuck there. I decided the best course of action at the time was to take the easy way out. In January of 2014, I made the big move to Orlando. This was about 6 months after I graduated high school, and I felt like I was forced to make a decision that would have a huge impact on the rest of my life. I began cosmetology school, and I thought it would be my lifelong dream. I did enjoy the industry and making people feel beautiful after they had an appointment with me, but it just didn't feel right. After completing my schooling, I got a job at my local hair cuttery. It was a great start for someone like me who was fresh out of school. However, what they don't tell you in school is that you deal with some very questionable and disgusting people. I'm a very kind person who likes to see the best in everyone. However, after working at the salon for a year and a half, I felt like I was completely miserable and my life was at a standstill when it came to my job. I decided that I wanted to better myself, so I made the decision of wanting to start my journey in college. It was like taking a breath of fresh air, and I loved that I was getting an education that I started to crave. I spent 2 years at Valencia and got my AA. It was a huge accomplishment for me, especially when I had the mindset of never actually expecting to go back to college. It was the most amazing feeling knowing that I was going to eventually be in a career that I would be much happier in. I really thought long and hard about what it was I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I started asking myself, what do you think you're good at? And what are some strengths and weaknesses? I referenced back to my job and started pulling out things that made me happy and things that I didn't like about my job. I enjoyed the fact that I had a flexible schedule, but I didn't like the fact that I had to work weekends. I really liked the fact that I got to deal with interesting people and making them feel good about themselves. However, I did not enjoy having to deal with difficult people who were indecisive about what they wanted to do with their hair. I love helping people, and I was really good at it. That's why I decided I wanted to get a degree in human resources management. After deciding what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, I felt at ease, as if the pieces were falling into the right places. I was confident and ready to further my education in this field. Once I got my AA degree, it was time for me to transfer to a new university. It was a no-brainer when it came to that. I'd been living in the beautiful city of Orlando for 2 years and knew I wanted to continue living here for the remainder of my schooling. I decided I would finish my schooling at the University of Central Florida. I've had 2 family members graduate from there and have met many friends that were going there currently and loved it. I knew it was going to be a completely different experience from Valencia, but it was going to be worth it. The first semester was tough and the classes were huge. It was a much more challenging environment and you really had to focus in order to do well in classes. I graduated from UCF in the class of 2021 with a human resources management degree. Luckily, my father owns a company in Cocoa, Florida, and hired me on as a human resources representative. It's a family-owned business called Precision Fabricating and Cleaning. It feels good to be working for a family business that's been with my family for decades. Not only am I helping my family, I'm helping the employees as well. I'm working in a career that I love and feel like I have a purpose when I wake up. It's crazy to me that 10 years ago I was just an 18-year-old high school graduate with not a clue as to what I wanted to do. And now I'm a human resources representative.